Hello everyone. On this video, I would like to give you a list of Kenyan politicians whose political careers are going to be in question, whose political ambitions are going to be affected by the death of the Right Honorable Raila Odinga. Now, the Kenyan former Prime Minister died, of course, officially is confirmed by the President of Kenya, William Ruto. And a delegation has already been sent to Mumbai to bring back his dead body to Nairobi. And with the death of Raila Odinga, so many politicians in Kenya, especially those who hails from his political party, the ODM, their political careers or their political ambitions is going to be in question. And I'll give you a list of politicians in Kenya that I feel their political ambitions is going to be affected by the death of the Right Honorable Odinga. And they are going to be the first casualties of Raila's death. The first person who I feel is going to be affected with the death of Raila Odinga and his political future will be in question is the governor of Nairobi County, Johnson Sakaja. Now, Johnson Sakaja has been so much hoping for a support from the Right Honorable Raila Odinga for his second term in 2027. And so many times you would see that they have really very good working connections with Raila. And it's even very clear in the public eye that Raila Odinga will endorse Johnson Sakaja in 2022 as the governor of Nairobi County. Now, the major issue here is, with the death of Raila Odinga, of course, Ruto will have to re-strategize. Ruto will have to look at who else is very influential in Luo Nyanza, who might be seeking for a gubernatorial seat, and that is none other than Babu Owino. So with the death of Raila Odinga, if Ruto decided to bring Babu Owino on board, and Babu decided that his main goal is to go for governorship or gubernatorial position of Nairobi, obviously Ruto has to ditch, or Ruto has to let go Johnson Sakaja, because he's not going to be relevant anywhere. So Ruto has to stick with Babu Owino and he has to endorse him as the governor of Nairobi County, if that is what Babu wants. So the future of Governor Sakaja is in question right now. That is the first person who is going to be affected with the death of Raila Odinga. Number two is the Member of Parliament for Suna East, Junaid Mohammed. Junaid Mohammed is the second person whose political career is likely going to be affected with the death of Raila Odinga. So many people know that Junaid serves a constituency that is not from his home region. Junaid Mohammed comes from Northeastern, from Mandera County. And he is a member of parliament in a constituency in Migori, Suna East. And therefore, he has been imposed by Baba as a member of parliament there because he's a very stern supporter of ODM, a member of ODM. And with the death of Raila Odinga, it is in question if Junaid Mohammed will be re-elected as a member of parliament for Suna East. Probably they will be looking for people who are coming from Migori, not Junaid Mohammed this time around. They need people that comes from their region. So the second person is going to be Junaid Mohammed. The third person who is likely going to be affected with the death of Honorable Raila Odinga is none other than the aspirant for Kasipul, Member of Parliament, who is the son to the former Member of Parliament, Boyd Were, who has been campaigning to take over the position of Member of Parliament in the by-elections simply because he was a son of the former Member of Parliament. He was handpicked by Raila Odinga. So I think Raila died at a very wrong time for him when he was seeking for a position of Member of Parliament. So Boyd Were is probably going to be affected because majority of the people in Kasipul wants Oko to be their Member of Parliament, but Raila handpicked Were simply because he's a son to the former Member of Parliament. So Boyd Were is likely to be affected. It's likely to be affected by the death of the Right Honorable Raila Odinga. He is definitely going to be affected because people are going to stick with what the people of Kasipul want, and that is Oko. It's likely going to happen that way. The fourth person who is as well likely going to be affected is none other than Kasmail Makuri, this young guy who was very prominent during the Gen Z protest, but later on he went and joined ODM simply because of Baba. And Baba has been one of his mentors of late. And with the absence of Baba, Makuri is going to be irrelevant. He's not going to be relevant anywhere, not even in ODM. It was Baba who spotted him, picked him, and mentored him at some point. But with the death of Baba, Makuri is not going to be relevant anymore in Kenya. He is not going to be relevant, even if he has ambition of becoming or whatsoever. I believe he's not going to be relevant. These are some people that are going to be affected so much. But the most prominent and biggest casualty of Baba's demise is none other than Kithure Kindiki, the Kenya's deputy president. He is going to be another casualty because one, Kithure Kindiki has been campaigning of late to be to also have a second term, just like Ruto. And with the death of Baba, Ruto will want nothing but to make sure that the Luo nation still sticks with him, that he has the Luo nation's votes brought to him in one basket. And in fact, there's a possibility that the Luo nation this time will be united than ever just because of the death of Raila Odinga. And if they decided that they want to work with William Ruto, I know most of them are all going to do that. And in doing that, that means if ODM decided to go and make a replacement for Baba, a party leader, if they go and elect a new party leader for ODM, could be Gladys Wanga or whosoever the party is going to pick as the ODM party leader, William Arab Ruto has no option but to take that new Baba's replacement to be his running mate in 2027. And you know what it means when Ruto picked Wanga to be his running mate? Then Kindiki will never be relevant again to him. He will have to ditch him. He will have to just let him go because he is not going to be relevant to Kenyans so much. So I feel that the next person who is going to be affected so much with the news about the death of Raila Odinga is none other than Kithure Kindiki, Kenya's deputy vice or deputy president. So these are the people who are going to be affected.